Hello and welcome to my channel. In this discussion, we are going to talk about the road to the Yoruba nation. The number one point I want to talk about is the story of David and how we can use that as we create our Yoruba nation. There was the time that David fight Goliath, and after David killed Goliath, there was a lot of uproar and jubilation in the nation of Israel. And as they were jubilating, the women were singing. Saul killed his 1,000, but David killed his 10,000. And we knew what the impact of this between the relationship of David and Saul. We should be careful about what we do to the image of Chief Sunday Igboho if we over placard him, will create an enmity between him and other leadership. We should do things in a reasonable way. Most of the leaders that we are running down now were the architect of what we call the Yoruba nation some yesteryears. I'm talking in terms of Ashiwaju Ahmed Tinubu. There's a lot of things he did that history will still remember. That he kept a lot of our minerals under the soil because he believed that one day there will be a Yoruba nation and we will need those resources to develop the Yoruba nation. He was a man with a very good foresight. But then you have to remember that we are all actors here, and an actor plays many roles. He's wearing another cap now, and the entity called Nigeria is still on. It's not broken yet. And the Americans will say if it's not broken, don't fix it. And so we have to give him the benefit of doubt until the entity called Nigeria is no more. Then he can wear another cap. But being in the leadership of government, he cannot wear another cap now. So that is that. We should go back to history and read history as we go on this our road to forming our nation. 100 years has passed that we spent together as a nation called Nigeria. There is a lot of microscopic things that has happened in this nation that we need a fine comb to go through and sort out. We should go to nations like Yugoslavia, go to a nation like India before separation, go to Sudan before the formation of Southern Sudan, and see the after effect of creating a nation out of a nation. In Pakistan-India relationship, after the nation was declared, people were trying to move over to the place they want to be. And there was a lot of killings that took place. We have to remember that there is a lot of people, Igbos married to Hausa, who stayed all their life in Lagos. And it's repeated in other nations. There's a lot of Yoruba people that do not even know one word of Yoruba. They may have stayed in Igbo land, or for that matter, in the north. Are we going to bring them back? Or are we going to allow them to mix into that race? This is the time to debate all this and try to solve the problem so that some talk do not hijack what we want to do and start killing people. That's all the things we need to do. We need to look into history now, call professors together and say, these are the problems that we are envisaging. Can you teach us how to solve these problems? And this is the time to do it. When actualization comes, it will come suddenly. Everybody that is looking now understand that there is no energy left for the entity called Nigeria, and that it will just be a course of time when the entity called Nigeria will disintegrate. The Arewa are calling for a separate nation. The Biafrans are calling for a separate nation. The Oduas are calling for a separate nation. Then why would we not get the separate nation? That is one thing. The minorities will also be created. How are we going to deal with our minorities? Is all these other tribes that are small, will they go with us or form their own place? These are the things we need to start debating now. If the Shakiris are going to join with us, if the Ibini people, the Edo people are going to join with us, what type of status are we going to create for them? Are we going to create a minority out of them, like it happened to us in Nigeria? All this we have to go through with a very fine comb. Actualization, when it happened, will happen suddenly, and it will take all of us by surprise. We don't have to be like the pastor that was going out for a prayer meeting, that is going to pray about rain. And he took his Bible and take everything that he needs for the prayer meeting. And the son was looking. And when he stepped out, the son said, don't you feel you are forgetting something? He searched himself. He said, can you tell me what I'm forgetting? The son said, but you have not taken your umbrella. If in actual fact you are going to pray for the rain, and if you are expecting the rain, you should be prepared for that rain. And that's what we should be doing now. We should be preparing in a way that we actually believe in the prayer and the dream of actualization. We should use the finest comb to get out all the problems. And this is the time to do it. There's a lot of things going on, I understand that. But there's more things that will go on if, in actual fact, if we really start working from now. Look at all the nations that gave birth to another nation and see what happened to them. It's easy to create a constitution. It's easy to design a flag. But the small, small things that we are not taking cognizance of are the things that always spoil a nation. Nigeria started well, but soon it lost the road, like Fela would say, it missed road. And that's why we are trying to get out now. We should design a nation that will not miss road. Thank you for listening to me. Think of other things that we need to do and let us start implementing it. Subscribe to my channel, ring the notification bell so that you can be informed every time we upload a video, and also encourage us by liking this video. Thank you.